So if there's one thing as the worship leader of Ridgepoint Church that you'd want us to get in 2019, as an entire church, I think that we've all kind of experienced. I had some people again this morning. I think it's happened almost every week the last few weeks. Someone came up and talked about how much they've loved the start to this year, everyone being together, and just the freedom that's there. I think there's been a different tone as we have entered into this year. But if there's one thing you'd like us to see either continue or change, what's that one thing for this year?
I think I want to see the evolution of us continuing to be free in worship on Sunday mornings. And that is such a, that's not just a sentence. That you have to unpack that really. How do we get to that? It starts on Monday. And that's one thing that, as I continue to be more and more involved in where God has me within this ministry, I understand that it's Monday through Saturday that really counts. Because you can come in here and you can fake everybody. God's going to know, but you can fake everybody. But when you can really just be in a perpetual state of worship from Monday through Saturday, it come in and it will manifest itself on Sunday, and God will use that to work in other people's life. So I think, to me, I want to see the evidence of God working in people's life. And it's not necessarily just that you're raising your hands that we see it, but it's an intangible thing that you can't really explain. You just know when God shows up and people are there with him. For me, worship personally and corporately is two different things, and I'm still having to flesh it out, which is crazy because I've been leading worship now since, I don't know, 10, 15 years or whatever. But for me, the personal worship is just so radically different from the corporate worship. And there's things in each that I don't necessarily find myself naturally gravitating towards. I'm not one to get up on stage and just jump around and be that kind of guy. And if you are, that's okay. That's just not who I am. I'm more of an inward kind of worshiper. Like when I'm, by myself, that's kind of more where I relate to that kind of stuff. But I also know when we're corporate, we have to give God our best. And here's what I also know. I know everybody in this room has been in some kind of sports arena and absolutely showed their butt. Because I've done it. Over a sports team. So if we want to come in here and talk about something serious on Sunday mornings, and we can't even draw a parallel there and get from one place to the other there, then we got to go back and look at something even deeper. We got to look at our hearts at that point because something's not right. And again, I'm not necessarily looking for a show. I just want to see God move. I want to see him work in people's life.